Hey guys, how are ya? It's that time again. Dog's barking up the storm. I don't know if you guys can hear it. He's barking up. I don't know. Keep telling Lucario to muzzle that dog, and he won't muzzle. Anywho, um, yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can. He's like not right outside my door, but he's right outside. Anywho, so um, my brother and I, we have had a lot of adventures together. And we've done a lot of things together. One in particular was when we tried to scare our dad. Now, my dad doesn't scare too easily. At the same time, it's one of those things where you can't do it deliberately. It has to happen naturally, and there have been times where it has happened naturally. I will tell you a story of an example of that, but right now, you know, two typical kids, trying to scare their father. So I don't know who it was, myself, my brother, whoever. We decided to scare him by so my brother, he had these there were these prankster glasses that would make you look bug-eyed, almost like a Poindexter kind of thing. So he put the glasses on, and he puts these plastic teeth in his mouth, and then he decides to go even further, as going with those plastic bow and arrows, like the bows that have the suction cups at the end of it. We did that. It was like, so he was gonna stab him with it, and oh God, like I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way we could. This was all recorded on a camera, one of those handheld cameras, those camcorders back in the day. It was Panasonic, I remember. And the thing of it is, like, it was when, like, my brother and I, we didn't know very much about cameras. We didn't know there was such a thing as a memory card port. We had no idea that a USB cord can help out, put those videos on your computer. We didn't know that until we got older. I mean, that's something first off, we weren't really taught. And second off, we learned on our own. I wish there was a way we could find the camera. Like, I'm sure the camera's around. How this camera was used, not cassettes, but they used those little mini discs. And then I don't know how you would play the mini discs. They weren't cassettes. I don't know. Well, we had recorded it. It was all recorded on a camcorder, and I wish I knew how to get that camcorder so you could see for ourselves how we would entertain ourselves in the most entertaining, weird way. So I have the camera, and my brother is just like, acting all scary, with the freaking purple teeth and the bug eye, and like with like a suction cup arrow. I mean, like, yeah, how intimidating is that? Yeah, you're gonna get me with a suction cup arrow. You're gonna be getting me looking like that, you know? So, like, oh, I even remember the video word for word, scene by scene. I'm like saying, look at this, viewers, it's the next monster, and my brother's like, I am the Killer Tomato, because we're playing the song Killer Tomato in the background from this CD called Monster Hits, and like this Monster Hits had like all themes from like iconic movies and TV shows, like Alfred Hitchcock theme, Jaws, The Exorcist, The Munsters, The Killer Tomatoes. I think you had like Werewolf in London, so like various of like songs from hit, TV horror shows and movies. So we decided to play the Killer Tomato, which I have no idea why. So we're explaining what we're trying to do, and my brother's going, I'm the Killer Tomato, and things like that. So mind you, this is all happening outside of the bathroom where my dad is taking a shower, because at that time we lived in a house that only had one bathroom that had a shower. And the bathroom downstairs was like a typical bathroom. So this is all happening outside the bathroom where my dad's taking a shower. My brother and I are devising a plan on camera. And my brother decides to hide in the closet. And this is like those sliding door closets, that you would like pull and then push aside, that kind of thing. So he basically said, all right, the signal, as soon as I play the song, that's their time to get out, because that means he's done. So when you hear the song and you hear dad come out, you pounce. So I'm waiting for my dad to hear the water stop. So as soon as the water stopped, I turn on the camera because I didn't want to waste batteries, didn't want to waste film. I quickly turn on the music, and my dad comes out. Of course, my dad is in appropriate attire. I rush into him with the camera, and he's looking at the camera. He's trying to take the camera away, and the camera catches the door opening. My dad turns around, what the heck is this? And my little brother comes out, because the glasses almost fell out. So he's got this. He's trying to put the teeth in, and then he comes at my dad with the bow in his hand, and my dad, playing like he wasn't scared or anything. He was he went back into the bathroom. My little brother tries to open the door. He's hitting it with the thing. I'm laughing at this whole thing like, oh my God, what are we doing? My dad managed, then after a few minutes, my dad comes out of the bathroom. My brother's trying to get him, and my dad goes into the bedroom. And so my brother's trying to open the door, trying to unlock the door. I'm laughing up a storm. At one point I moved the camera because my mom, was wondering what was going on upstairs while we were laughing. And as soon as I panned back, my little brother's looking right there, like something standing, hey, turn that camera back on me. And my dad finally comes out. My little brother goes to at him, and my dad, messing around, he sort of takes him down. He puts down the monster. All this is happening in the time duration of the song. As the song is ending, and my brother's the monster has lost, the monster is dead. I start laughing, and my little brother goes like a dramatic effect, and he pretends to die. Oh, it was just funny. This is the kind of stuff I wish I wish. I'm sure there's a way. We just don't know how to get that footage off the camera, let alone I don't even know if we still have the mini disc, or which mini disc has it, so it's just one of those things that I don't know. This was one of those entertainment things. We entertained ourselves, basically. We found ways to amuse ourselves, even if it's the dumbest and eyebrow raising way. We amused ourselves. I mean, believe it or not, that's what kept us out of trouble. I think it was 12, 13 at the time when this was filmed, when we did this. And my brother was 9, 10 years old, because, we, at those ages, basically, you're getting in. I mean, yeah, you're a kid, you're learning, you're actually putting right and wrong into into effect. You're now going, okay, well, that's what's you learn what's right and what's wrong. Now you are putting that into real life situations, and you're learning whether or not you do good or bad. There are consequences to our action, regardless of good or bad. So but we never got into trouble compared to how you hear these other kids stealing, vandalizing houses, stealing, getting into trouble with kids, getting into fights. We never really did that stuff. I mean, first off, we never really went anywhere because we were always under not lock and key, but of course, like, it was like just going down the playground was like pulling teeth. Just to go on the playground, you know. Or just to hang out with friends, or, that was like pulling teeth. But we, even then, like, you would think, oh, don't you think you should rebel? I've thought about rebelling, but what for? That's just gonna make my situation even worse than it already was. But yeah, we were never like hellraisers. I mean, we have never gotten in trouble with the cops. We don't have a criminal record. We never were sent to reform school, military school, however you guys want to call it. Oh my God, we never did any bad stuff, or like simple petty, like, things like that. I mean, we're not saints. My brother and I are not saints. I mean, I'll admit that I'm not a saint. I'm pretty sure my brother will say the same thing. But yeah, just two kids with the camera, entertaining ourselves, trying to scare our dad, and yet that didn't work out. So, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, sometimes the best entertainment is yourself. Yeah. That did not come out